Hello everyone, this is Joseph from English with Joseph. Today I want to spend a few moments talking to you about discipline. Now you might be asking, what's discipline got to do with learning English? Well, actually, a lot. If you think for one moment that you're going to learn English simply by having a lesson once a week, you're very wrong. English requires a lot of practice. English has to be brought into your life. The language has to be lived. I recommend that you study daily. You find a time that works for you. For me, when I'm learning other languages, early in the morning is a time that really works. Perhaps for you after lunch or in the evening time, but whatever you do, you must have a set routine. I recommend initially half an hour of English practice every day, building up to 1 hour, where you read in English, write in English, think in English, and have your dictionary at hand ready. You will already have a good knowledge of grammar to do this, or maybe not, maybe you're more at the beginning stages. Whatever way you do it, it's very important you have a daily, disciplined approach to learning. And that applies for everything in life. So, I want to encourage you to sit down now and for 10-15 minutes plan how much time, realistically, you can give to English every day. It doesn't have to be half a day, it doesn't have to be hours, but you have to be realistic. You have to know how long you're going to give this project, because that amount of time is going to be reflected in how well you speak English. Any good English teacher is going to tell you that a lesson once a week isn't the answer for learning. The other question is what resources you have available. Do you have English books? If you have a favorite book, for example, maybe you like Harry Potter, buy the English version and compare. If it's something that you enjoy reading, then it's going to be easier to look at than something you don't. There's no point buying an English magazine on cars if you don't like cars, you know? So I suggest you go to your local bookshop, you find a book that maybe you've read in your own language and you buy it in English. Now these days, in England anyway, we have a junior section. We have books which are written specifically for teenagers. You don't have to go for one of these books where you have English on one side and your language on the other. You can easily do this if you have a dictionary. In fact, I would encourage you to try to do this without looking back at your own language. Ultimately, I would expect you to be thinking in English at different parts of the day as well. You really have to get into the spirit of it, into the habit of it, and really want to live it to be successful. It's with anything in life. There is really no point in practicing a new hobby, a new skill, if you're not going to put in the hard work to see the end results. So again, I would strongly encourage you today to sit down for maybe half an hour and decide realistically how many minutes, days or hours can you give English in a week. Daily would be perfect, maybe 10 or 15 minutes to begin with and building more. If you find that hard, you could exchange something you do regularly in your own language for the English language. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're someone who likes to go to church. Why don't you get the readings in English rather than in your own language? Find your passion. Whatever your passion is in your own culture and language.